Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So we continue to read Bhagavad-Gita, as it is book written by His Glory Satya Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And today we will read chapter 3, verse 17, 18, 19. So let's start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yast Atma Ratir Evashyat Atmartascha Mahanaha Atmani Eva Cha Santushtas Tasya Karyam Cha Vidhyate. Translation. But of one who takes pleasure in the self, whose human life is one of self-realization, and who is satisfied in the self only, fully satiated, fully satiated, of him there is no duty. For him there is no duty. Purport. A person who is fully Krishna conscious and is fully satisfied by his acts in Krishna consciousness no longer has any duty to perform. Due to his being Krishna conscious, all impiety within is instantly cleansed and affected by many thousands of yajna performance. By such cleaning of consciousness, one becomes fully confident of his eternal position in a relationship with the Supreme. His duty thus becomes self-illuminated by the grace of the Lord, and therefore he no longer has any obligations to the Vedic instructions. Such a Krishna conscious person has only obligations or to the Vedic instructions. Such a Krishna conscious person is no longer interested in material activities and no longer takes pleasure in material arrangement like wine, woman, and similar infector and similar infatuations. Infatuations. Next verse. Naivatasya kritenartho na kritene hakashchana nachasya sarva bhuteshu kashchidartha vyapasrayaham. Translation. A self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties, nor has he any reason not to perform such work, nor has he only need to depend on any other living being. Purport. A self-realized man is no longer obligated to perform any prescribed duty, save and accept activities in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not inactivity either, as will be explained in the following verse. A Krishna conscious man does not take shelter on any person, man or demigods. Whatever he does in Krishna consciousness is sufficient in the discharge of his obligation. Next verse. Tasmat asaktah satatam karyam karma sama samachara ashakto hu acharan karma paran apnoti purushaha. Translation. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty, for working without attachment, one attains the Supreme. The Supreme is the personality of Godhead for the devotees and liberation of the impersonalists. A person therefore acting for Krishna or in Krishna consciousness under proper guidance and without attachment to the results of the work is certainly making progress toward the supreme goal of life. Arjuna is told that he should fight in the battle of Kurukshetra for the interest of Krishna because Krishna wanted him to fight. To be a good man or a non-violent man is a personal attachment, but to act on behalf of the Supreme is to act without attachment for the result. That is perfect action of the highest degree recommended by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. Vedic rituals like prescribed sacrifices are performed for purification of impurious activities that were performed in the file, field, field, field of sense gratification. But action in Krishna consciousness is transcendental to the reactions of good or evil work. A Krishna conscious person has no attachment for the result but acts on behalf of Krishna alone. He engages in all kinds of activities but is completely non-attached. Non-attached. Very serious, very seriously. Very important verses we read today. We have to remember how I understand. I understand from this verse that we have to do all our duty on this material world and spiritual life. We have to working without attachment. But we have to think how I can to pleasure by my work for the Lord. Yeah, we have to work without attachment. For the result. And we have to think every time, every day, every moment, how I can to satisfy Krishna by our activities, by our working, by our performing duty, how we can to satisfy him. When we cooking, we think how will to prepare this, to offer these dishes for the Lord. When we wash up and cleaning the home, we have to think how we to take to give this cleaning for the Lord. We have to think, we have to do everything for pleasure, for Krishna's pleasure. And thinking about him, remember about him and never forget about him. And chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Every time when we have to free. Every moment when we have to free time. So I think that is all for today. We have to do the very important man of this verses. We have to do our work, our duty, without attachment over the result. And when we perform this work, this duty, we have to think how I can to satisfy Krishna. What Krishna think about this that I do. Thank you for watching this video till the end, and see you on the next time. Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.